Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
Hey everyone, what's up? And welcome to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And so yeah, this is gonna be the first Let's Play I'm gonna do on my channel. This is also gonna be the first set of Switch content that I'm gonna be bringing besides GD. So yeah, this will be fun. And yes, I did quit GD. You know, shut up about that. What I'm actually gonna do real quick is I'm actually gonna change the display settings. So then you don't get kind of this weird, like, terraform kind of thing. So I will be right back. Alright, that should be better. If it isn't, then I will fix things later. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get started.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
And we get the Sheikah slate. So yeah, so this is going to be a pretty long series that we're going to do. And the main quest for this series is we are going to be going for all shrines. We're going to be going for all the divine beasts. We're pretty much just going to do the main quest, do a lot of side quests. We'll maybe do DLC probably towards the latter half. I'm also going to get all the amiibo, so like the armor and all that. And yeah, so let's quickly put on first set of clothing. Now, I do love this game.
Hold the Sheikah slate up to the pedestal. That will show you the way.
It's so bright! This is what happens when you game for so long and you see light for the first time.
Link, you are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
Anyway, so yeah, so don't worry, this is a second file. If you want to see my main file, I probably will show that later. Just leave it down in the comments if you want interest in that. And we are already failing. There we go. So yeah, let's get on to it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the start of our brand new series, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. There's the old man that we must visit. Now I don't know about you, but that's single-handedly one of the greatest entrances to any Zelda game I've ever seen. And mind you, my favorite Zelda game is Twilight Princess, so yeah. And so we get access to our first weapon of choice, which is the tree branch. Now, obviously you don't have to get this, but, you know, you get what you get. And so yeah. Now, by commentary, because I'm getting used to, you know, doing live commentary, a lot of it will just be either semi-repeated or it's just going to be kind of awkward, so do keep that in mind. But yeah, so I love this game. I really do. This is personally, hands down, one of my favorite Zelda games I've played. And now, I guess I expressed my frustrations when they brought back the stamina mechanic from Skyward Sword. I personally hated that mechanic because, to me, it just didn't feel very Zelda-like. It felt more human, but in this game, they kind of make it work because everything's more human-like, you know, because the Link can actually change clothes, you know. Weapons have durability. But yeah, so let's quickly get these apples. And let's go talk to the old man. Actually, let's take a baked apple. I beg your pardon. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to give him a deep voice. I beg your pardon. I do believe that is my baked apple. You can't just go taking whatever you please. That's kind of more of a Western accent, but you know what? I don't care. Screw logic. Oh, forgive me. I could not resist pulling your leg. Please help yourself. An apple and an open flame made for a succulent treat. It's a bit strange to see another soul in these parts. Who are you? Me? I'll spare you my life story. I'm just an old fool who has lived here alone for quite some time now. What brings a bright-eyed young man like you, to a place like this? Or are we? Answering a question with a question. That is fair enough. As I cannot imagine our meeting to be a simple coincidence, I shall tell you. This is the Great Plateau. According to the legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule. That temple there, long ago, is the site of many secret ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it has sat abandoned in a state of decay. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of its former self. And so yeah, so I think we just keep persisting. Oh-ho! I just love how, like, every dialogue, whenever we're talking to him, just the second option is just bye. What are you doing? I'm relaxing by the fireside, of course. I'll need to cook myself another baked apple at some point. Simple foods such as apples are fine to eat raw, but roasting them on fire makes them tastier and more nutritious. I shall be here for some time. Please let me know if I may be of service. And yes, I think we just keep on doing this for a while. And we get our torch. So, well then, just help yourself to that torch there. And how, may I ask, are you planning to use it? Set things on fire. That is rather unnerving. Please be cautious with that around any dry grass. That might catch fire. You know, there are plenty of monsters in this area. That torch would be a good weapon, if need be. However, do not just swing around without purpose. You must face your opponents and lock your sights on them. Alright, so now we move on to our next item, which is the woodcutter's axe. Now that's a fairly standard weapon. It's a good weapon, but for later on, we're actually going to need that for a specific side quest, and if you played this game well enough, which probably everyone has at this point, you should know what that side quest probably is. But yeah, so we just figure out how to make fire, and let's just keep going. And yeah, so hopefully this all makes sense. Actually,
Link. Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
alright, I do apologize. So yeah, our main quest is to follow the Sheikah slate. And now here we are. So we have to get there. And for my settings, I'm actually not going to be using Pro Mode, as much as a lot of people probably will hate that. It's going to be for the good. Because honestly, for me, it's just not... It's honestly not really that efficient for me, because since I do tend to be lost every now and then. We should probably figure out how to Flurry Rush, if possible. I think you can Flurry Rush. There we go. Okay, so we're not doing too good. Let's grab his tree branch. There we go. And we got some choo-choo jelly. So right now I do not know what choo-choo jelly is for, but later on I will. Actually, in my main quest, not quest, but like in my main file, actually still have yet to unlock a lot of different foodstuffs you can make later on in this game. So this series will be quite interesting. So I will be also taking exploration into account. So like anywhere where there might possibly be a chest, I'll obviously go there. And yeah, so other than that, let's just keep going. Just keep trucking. And yeah. So let's throw this. And nope, okay. Well, that was a waste of time. Alright, now we're going to be posed with a harder threat. Probably stop doing that. There we go. Now we got our Boko Club. There we go. Get a Bokoblin horn. Let's start heading up. I do believe our slate is telling us to head over in that direction, which probably seasoned veterans of this game might know what that place is. And so I won't bore you. And yeah, I am very bad at stealth, so please don't mind my really subpar stealth mechanics. Still trying to get used to that. Anyway, let's open this, and we get Hylian Trousers, which is the first of the Hylians that we can get. The other two pieces, well, we probably could get naturally through other means. The main one is to be bought through a shop, in other words. So, yeah, so let's start heading over there. And, oh yeah, this is going to be a good mechanic. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that boulder. And, yeah, just fucking wreak havoc. Oh, that will be another thing. I'm going to say it now. Is that this series, despite me kind of being against the whole idea, this series will actually be PG. So, just to keep things advertiser friendly, for once I do monetize my videos. I will be trying to refrain from swearing as much as I can. Just on the off chance that I do end up making some sort of profit off of YouTube. But for now, I'm just doing this freelance, and I'm okay with that. So, let's see. Let's angle that, and then let's go. And I messed up! Holy crap. Alright, so let's just grab this meat, and let's eat it, because I am kind of stupid, just to say the least. So we're gonna just eat both of our food. Alright, let's see. So let's actually, hold on. No, we probably shouldn't do that. You know what? Might as well just take that, but let's just equip our axe. And I forgot that gives you nothing. I do know for a fact that those give you stuff later on. We're gonna leave that Bakoban camp for later once we get a bow. So actually, let's grab a more decent. We're just gonna try and sneak our way over here. And I failed the sneak strike, but you know what? I don't care. There we go. And let's get our Boko bow. So yeah, so we should be able to get arrows. I think now, yeah, now we unlock the ability to get arrows. So that is good. So let's just grab all this, change bows. Yeah, we already know that. So yeah, so we're gonna go to that Bakoban camp later. Just for now, we are just going to be going over here. And I love how this one dude's just like hiding. Or like he's not hiding, but he's like just like, oh, my friends died, but you know what? I don't care because you know I don't really care about Jerry and Harry. You know they were kind of mean to me when I was in school, in Bakoban school. They kind of did some nasty things. You know they just picked on me so much. So you know what? I don't care about them. I'm just guarding this very important place. Hopefully no one comes by. What little does he know? Sneak strike. There we go. And so doing sneak strikes is actually very satisfying because it's not often where you can actually pull off a successful sneak strike. So that is nice. And we're gonna get access to our first main weapon, or our first more effective weapon, I guess you could say, which is the Traveler's Sword. I'm actually gonna keep that unequipped for now because of how durability works. And yeah, so let's activate the towers. Well, we're just so confused about this. Don't worry, Link, you'll get used to it later on. Please watch Falling Rocks. I love that line so much. Nice bit of Nintendo humor.
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end. must hurry, Link. Before it's too late.
And don't worry, it's not that late, don't worry, because you probably get all the time in the world, even through like multiple blood moons, which we will get into later. And I will just say right now, there are going to be spoilers, even for those that haven't played this game fully, so, excuse me. So that's going to be interesting. And now, we're just going to have to make our way down. Yeah, alright. So I would use the ladder, but you honestly screw logic in the head. We're just gonna walk down, because that's more efficient than climbing a ladder. Because who needs ladders, right?
Oh!
My, it would seem we have quite the it would seem that we have quite the enigma here. This tower and others, just like it, have erupted across the land, one after another. It's almost as though a long dormant power has awoken quite suddenly. If you don't mind me asking, did anything odd occur while you were atop the tower? I heard a voice. Well now, a voice you say? And did you happen to recognize this mysterious voice? No. I see. Well, that is unfortunate. I assume you caught sight of that atrocity enshrouding the castle. That is Calamity Ganon. 100 years ago, that vile entity brought the kingdom of Hyrule to ruin. It appeared suddenly and destroyed everything in its path. So many innocent lives were lost in its wake. For a century, the very symbol of our kingdom, Hyrule Castle, has managed to contain that evil, but just barely. There it festers, building its strength for the moment it will unleash its blight upon the land once again. It would appear that moment is fast approaching.
Oh.
I must ask you, courageous one, do you intend to make your way to the castle? I do. I had a feeling you would say that. Here, on this isolated plateau, we are surrounded on all sides by steep cliffs with no way down. If we were to jump off, well, no death could be more certain, or more foolish. Of course, if you had a paraglider like mine, that would be quite another story. Paraglider? Oh, piqued your interest, have I? Yes, I didn't come soaring down here on my own feathery wings, you know. I'm not a frickin' Rito. I'm not a Rito, after all. Worry not. I will happily agree to give you my paraglider, but not for nothing. Let's see now. How about I trade it for a bit of treasure that slumbers nearby? Come, let me show you something. And now we must walk. This is like Pokemon all over again.
Oh.
Do you see that structure there? The one shining with a strange light. It began glowing at the exact moment those towers rose up from the ground. It's just there. Long pause. I would think such a place might house some sort of treasure, wouldn't you? Treasure for that paraglider. A fair exchange, I believe. Alright, now we're off. We're gonna go get that gosh darn paraglider. Little do we know, he's actually tricking us. And we'll get into that shortly, but for now, let's make our way over. And while I would fight the Bokoblin camp right now, it's not really in my best interest to do so. Just for liability purposes, I might add. And so while we're at it, we're actually going to do a bit of fishing, because this is going to be useful for a little, I guess you could say, mini side quest later on, which will help in aid of stuff. And You can see there is a chest there, but we cannot get it quite yet. Actually, there's 2 chests. So, yeah, hopefully we will get... Oh, the EX chest. Okay, so what I will say is the reason why I have the EX chest because I actually have both DLCs. So, if we come across all of that, just don't mind it. Actually, let's just open it just now. Why don't we? And we get a ruby. So, yeah. That's going to help us later on when we're going to sell stuff for more expensive stuff, I might add. So we need to get Hyrule Bass. We're just going to try and grab as much of them as we can. And try not to let our stamina bar deplete all the way. Let us head inside the first, I guess you could say, dungeon, because this does kind of like have like those NES Zelda kind of dungeon vibes, or like short mini dungeons. I personally myself have not really played a lot of Zelda 1, but that's kind of like the vibes I get. Imagine if like doors could just like do that. Like IRL. That'd be amazing. Elevator! And yeah, now begins our first loading screen. Get used to these because they're going to happen quite a lot. Now, I am going to skip a lot of these because a lot of times they are going to take a while. So I do apologize for that ahead of time. But yeah, so... To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am Oman Ao. In the name of Goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. The Magnesis trial. And so let's go here and get our treasure, I guess you could say, which is Magnesis. Or the treasure could be what lies at the end. Again, I'm not going to say just for spoiler reasons, but then again, who hasn't played this game yet? Probably those who don't have a Switch, but then again, you could also play it on the Wii U, which why would you? Because the Switch version is far more optimized than the Wii U version. And here's our first room. Magnesis. Rune extracted. Use rune. Yes, we know that. And now, we can get started. So let's screw that out of the way. Down. So now, I will also be going for all chests in the shrines. And in case I have struggled with one, I have a really good website to help me. And yeah, so let's see what's next. So I do believe, yes, here we are. We do need this for something. Pretty sure we do. Actually, yeah, we do. Because we need it to knock down these blocks. They'll just, oh wait, let's just swing it. Actually, you know what? Hello, wait. Let's push this to the side, excusing me. There we go. We're just causing more havoc with these Minecraft blocks. Ah, get away from me. The pan we fell. Very miserably. Alright, can we get up? Yes, we can. Actually, what I'm going to do quickly is we are going to switch to our Traveler Sword. There we go. I was gonna wait for a crit strike, but we're not gonna wait. We're not gonna waste time. I've already wasted a lot of time already. We ain't gonna waste any more. And so here comes our first puzzle. Is we have to somehow get over here, and because we don't have paraglider, which would make that slightly easier yet a more inefficient, we're just gonna do this. So I'm gonna place it roughly around the middle. And gee, there we go. So except we are gonna grab this chest. So in case you're wondering how to grab all these chests, it's kind of lets my laugh as a guide, I guess you could say. So, yeah, so for the first chest, we get the Traveler's Bow. You know, what I normally like to do is I normally like to pair the weapon sets with like their counterparts in like the Boko Club with the Boko Shield and the Boko Bow, so on and so forth. So we're gonna just transition onto a Boko Club. And yeah, so let's move on. Open our doors, make a huge scene. You know, because we are the hero of time after all. Actually, are we the hero of time? I think we are. I'm just checking behind, because you never know, because these chests are cleverly hidden. I think this one, though, only has one chest. I do know for a fact, though, that certain shrines do have multiple chests with goodies in them. And we touch water, and Link is surprised that we did, and this water just evaporates into sticks. You are proven to possess the resolve of a true hero. I do apologize for that. I am Oman Ao, the creator of this trial. I am a humble monk, blessed with the sight of the goddess Hylia, and dedicated to helping those who seek to defeat Ganon. With your arrival, my destiny is now fulfilled. In the name of the goddess Hylia, allow me to bestow upon you this gift. I know I fudged that. Please accept the Spirit Orb, which is the main collectible of this game if you want to really get any sort of progress. That must hurt every time it like goes into him. Spirit Orb, a symbol of courage given to those who have overcome the challenges of a shrine. May the goddess Hylia shine upon you. I'm Bear Grylls, and this is Legend of Zelda. You know, in true Zelda fashion, they just give us a free TP out of here. Would be kind of nice though if they kind of like made it so that way then you'd have to work around your way back. Because that'd be nice. I know like if you don't complete the shrines then you technically have to go back manually. Or that we should be fine. And here comes the old man again on his paraglider. And I love this song. It reminds me of like old medieval stuff. It seems you managed to get your hands on a spirit orb. Well done. How'd you know? Clairvoyance, Soho. Or perhaps there's something similar. As one gets older, it can become more difficult to see what is right before one's own eyes. However, that which was once hidden from view can often be crystal clear. But perhaps that's not true for everyone, ho ho. The appearance of those towers and the awakening of the shrine is all connected to that Sheikah slate you carry on your hip there. What do you mean? It's been quite some time since I've seen that Sheikah slate. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, a highly advanced tribe known as the Sheikah inhabited these lands. The great power of their wisdom saved this kingdom time and time again. But their ancient technology disappeared long ago, or so it said. It is interesting, however, to think how something like that survived all this time, hidden away in a shrine. These shrines are tucked away in numerous places all across the land. On this plateau alone, I believe there are still 3 more. Bring me the treasure from each of those shrines, and I will give you my paraglider. That wasn't the deal! What a scam! Oh, well, I suppose I changed my mind. I'm sure that won't be a problem for a young go-getter like you. Since I'm feeling generous, I will also teach you a trick for finding shrines. So it's my best to survey the area by looking around from a high point. Let's see here. How about you make your way to the top of that tower again? Got it. I admire your eagerness, but allow me to teach you something else before you go. Take a look at the map on your Sheikah slate. See those blue icons? You should recognize the cave where you woke, the shrine you came from, and the tower. You can travel instantly to any of this place with the Sheikah slate, and have your bones disintegrate in the process. Or so I heard, quite some time ago. I do not know if it actually works as such. Because tutorials exist. But before we do that, we're actually going to sidestep a bit. And we are going to actually try and crush the old man. Actually, I want to see if we actually can. So we can use this as a weapon after all, I believe. Okay. It's perfect. And then cancel. Oh my god. You'd think he'd suffer from a concussion from that, or he'd at least, like, you know, get his spine broken. I love that. And it just gives us a baked apple. Oh boy. So we do have this metal rock. And can it actually be broken? I want to see. What's inside this metal rock? I'm assuming it can, or if not, then I am just a dummy. Okay, it cannot be broken. We have figured out as such. And drop! And then drop. And there we go. So we got a roasted bass. So that's gonna be good. And now, make sure. What is this? Oh, I see what this is used for. I believe anyway. Let's grab this chest. Let's put it here. Let's grab this chest over here, and we'll get those fishies. There we go. Alright. I'm coming for you, mofos. Alright. So we got 3 of those. We are going to need these not only for food, but also for a specific kind of mini-quest, like I said earlier. So let us go and open these, and let's see what we get. The first chest being an opal, and the second chest containing an amber. So these are going to be useful for selling. I'm mainly going to also sell the amber, as that is going to be useful. Now this will kill us, so that's why we need this. Long kind of steel frame right here. If we're able to, I might have to position this a bit weird, so let's keep on going. Let's see. We'll just have to make our way over to that kind of rock right there. Let's see, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. We should be able to make it. And actually, before I go, there is something here. What is this? It is a stone for something. What is this used for? I'm actually quite curious. Wait, can we place it on? We can! Oh, and it's for one of these guys. Yahaha, you found me. Huh? You're not Hestu. But you can see me? I didn't know your kind could see the children of the forest. Well, you run into Hestu, please return this to him. That's a Korok seed. A small seed was given to you by a Korok. It has a distinct smell. If you gather a bunch of them, you never know what may happen. Oh, my friends are hiding in lots of different places too. Don't be shy about poking your nose into suspicious places. Yes, that is 1 out of 998 more to go. Or 1 out of 999, I guess you could say. Now, I will not be going for all the Korok seeds, because let's be honest, it's ridiculous, and I'm not going to be spending my whole time just trying to do this. And we fail miserably. Do not fall. And we position this. There we go. Kind of want to place this. Work? Yes. Okay. We need to be really careful. So let's open this, and we get fire arrows. That is actually really OP early on, because those actually do a lot of damage. And then this one gives you ice arrows again. This is kind of stuff you really shouldn't be getting until kind of later on, but I'm glad I actually found this place, because I actually have not gotten to this area actually before at all. So that's a plus. And now let's get these froggers, which is a hot-footed frog. These are going to be more useful for speed potions, I do believe. And okay, while we're at it, we might as well try and get some meat. And now I am too late on that. Alright, let's not get offhand now. We're gonna actually go back to... Actually, let's travel back to Oma now. So that way then, we can go get the Boko Camp. Alright, so let's see. So the Boko Camp is just over there. It actually should be inhabited. And actually, I want to see if I can actually position this just right. Alright, we're going to try once more over here before we try going back there. So let's shoot there. And... nope. Alright. Oh, crap! And we get a Traveler Spear. That's gonna be useful. And here we go. So we beat a few bokoblins, you know, nothing too special. And now we are on our way to go get these other nasty bokoblins. Actually, might as well get these keys while we're here. The keys are fairly annoying. Especially later on when there's like flocks of them. They are pretty pesky to deal with, and so you just need to hope that you're really good with AoE. Because otherwise you'd be having a pretty bad time. Right, so let's start heading over. It would have probably been easier just to teleport to here, but you know what? I don't care. You know, get some good items along the way. I think we're actually near the camp. Yes, it is just over there, so let us... There we go. There's our critical hit. Alright. What was that? What was that? I mean, alright, dude. I mean, alright, that's fine. Just casually getting murdered over here, I see. Boom, and boom, there we go. That is how you take this. And we get the Bokoblin chest. I do kind of love this mechanic, how, you know, you kind of have to defeat all the baddies before you actually get the reward. And to me, it's just kind of a nice incentive to just try and go out and just get more kills. Which is always a good thing, especially in a Nintendo game like Splatoon. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're actually going to break open these crates. I know I had stated that I want to go back to the shrines, but honestly, I kind of wanted to get this Bokoblin camp all the way, because there's actually a couple more. So I just want to get all the necessities beforehand to grab our reward, which will end up being a Traveler's Sword, which we don't have the inventory for, which I kind of figured. So, to compensate, let's get rid of this. And you know what, because I don't need the Bokoblin arm, let's just get this. And so, a second Traveler Sword. Now all we need is a Traveler Shield, and we should be good. So yeah! Let's quickly go up here. If there's anything we left behind, there we go. Switch back. Okay, so we already have our Woodcutter's Axe. I'll grab that. And let's go over here. And I'll grab these two. Got an acorn. We got squirrel food. Now, squirrel food is really good because, you know, it feeds squirrels. And, you know, as iDubbbz is trying to save the squirrels, you know, I figured, you know what, let's give them acorns. Even though there's a high possibility that they may choke on him, but you know what, I don't care. So a really useful tip is, you actually learn this if you go back up to the tower, is you go over here, so you kind of point at your reticle over there. There's a pin. I'm actually surprised you don't really do that quite a lot, or at least someone like me, you know, it's more kind of useless. It's like, oh, you know, why would you, like, why would you try to do that when you can just, like, you know, run over there like a decent human being? Let's try to check our shields real quick. Alright, so we are running low on our main Boko shield. And our arrow count, we are doing pretty good for now. I'm gonna try and keep our standard arrows pretty high. And I say that right when we get more arrows. Don't worry, I do hear these boys. And there we go, we swing and we hit. That's how we roll. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here. We're gonna bring down this bad boy. And actually, oh wait, hold on, wait. No, we've already been here. Alright, so there's a Bokoblin camp over there. And we are going to get it. So yeah. So for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go get the high ground, actually. Because there's actually a lesser chance that they'll actually spot me. I mean, yeah, it'll still make noise, but it's not going to be as obvious as if I'm on the same level as them. Okay, let's go up here. Now, if there's any, like, bomb barrels, we could easily use that to our advantage, but I don't think there is. I know there's some in there, but I don't want to risk it. Just gonna aim high, launch, and he moves his head. Let's do it again. Surprisingly, they are dumb, and we end up getting him. Alright. There we go. That's what we like to see. It's so satisfying. And this dude is alive, so let's quickly kill him. There we go. And we get a spiked Boko Club, which is a more effective weapon. And there we go. So yeah, I do apologize that I did waste like practically all my bomb arrows, but doesn't really matter. So we'll let that kind of dissipate and just die. And we get more fire arrows in the process, so that's fine and dandy. I do not know why I sounded like a posh Englishman there. I just did for science. What is this over here? That is just a Boko Club, and me pressing A apparently killed it. So that's nice. Now, I do know that there's one over by the Temple of Time. And I would go for that one, but my only problem is that there are guardians, which we do kind of need to be kind of afraid of, because they will kill us, or at least this one will. I'm actually surprised that they actually put guardians this early on in the game when they're such like a high level enemy that you really aren't supposed to really start encountering them until you're much later in the game, or unless you're trying to go for one of the memories, which, spoiler alert, they're there. And wow, there's that lag. I do apologize to those that do not really like lagging. Yeah, just don't mind me casually chopping the choo-choo. That's fine. Oh, so I will not be going into the deep woods, because that's where when the stone talus mini bosses are. And I do not want to experience that. Okay. So I do believe it's either here or there's like another kind of courtyard area which has one. Also, I kind of made this discovery the other day. This is actually where the beginning of Ocarina of Time takes place. So yeah, little known fact. Nice little nod. And actually, wait. Search. And begin Asian Spring. Are we gonna search again, or is that it? Nope, that is it. Alright. Yeah, you cannot be magnesitized, or however you want to say it. So yes, let's keep on going. Let's keep on trucking. Lol. No! You stay down. Like you always should. Because you are an evil, evil man. With evil, evil intentions to do nasty stuff. I do not know why I'm sounding so family-friendly right now. I just am. And so we're gonna get some free ancient parts, which will be extremely useful later when we go to upgrade our runes. At this point, I don't know why I'm just trying to hide the fact, like, oh, spoilers, because practically this whole game is just such a huge spoiler setting. And we get our Traveler's Bow, and our inventory is full, but that is okay, because Zombear Grills. We drop our Bokobo to get a Traveler's Bow. I literally almost said Traveler's Bokobo. Now, this is where one of the shrines are, but we're not going to be activating this just yet because, in all honesty, it's really not important for us right now. We really should not be here, in all honesty, because we will realistically be coming back here later on. But I'm just trying to get every collectible possible here. I do know that there is a chest up there, but we will definitely be coming back here, like I said, so it's not really much of a hassle. Now, here's the problem. Is actually, just realized we cannot go up there. Because where it is, it's on, like, a kind of a snowy area. And it will destroy us. But luckily, over there will actually help us a bit. So let's head over there. And there is another Boko camp. So we do need to be cautious of that. Go ahead and see. Is there any bomb barrels? Because if there are, that'll be good. Are they called bomb barrels? I mean, I know they explode. Probably. And he knowed me. There we go. We're gonna definitely be trying to go for a lot of sneak kills just because, you know what, we can. Oh, that hit! What? Okay. Yeah, at this point, we're just wasting time, so we're just gonna quickly go. If he knows me, I'll be completely surprised. There we go! GG! I do apologize for not really talking. I'm just trying to focus on getting the Bokoblins because it does take a while to actually get the physics down for arrows. And we get a throwing spear, which we do not have the inventory for. Excuse me. And so that's why later on we're gonna be kind of exchanging a lot of stuff. So yeah, this will be interesting. So we got our throwing spear. And we're gonna switch back immediately to the woodcutter's axe because there are boxes here with some nice goodies inside. So I'll grab these. I think we have one more set. There we go. So let's waste over bomb arrows, and I forgot that happens. So yeah, I do apologize for any bee lovers out there. I'm sorry that you had to witness that to one of your favorite insects. And we get bomb arrows, which will be a lovely addition later on. That's it. Now we're gonna head up all the way to the hut to get the I think it's the warm doublet, I believe. I think it's the shirt. It's either the shirt or the pants. I think it's the shirt, because I know there's snow boots that we can get later on. Because he does end up coming back pretty later on when it's more towards nighttime. Moments are read. On the Cecil Plateau, the only pleasure that brings me comfort is cooking. Today, I outdid myself. Truly, I created myself the perfect dish. I call it spicy meat and seafood fry. The recipe not only restores health, but it also keeps me warm, even when traveling in the snowy mountains. With this dish on my side, I no longer need to have that itchy warm doublet. Read more. I don't know how I allowed this to happen, but it seems I forgot to write down a very important recipe. Never came raw meat and spicy pepper. However, simply cannot understand. So yeah, so we need to go get raw meat somehow, which will be interesting. So let's quickly pick these up and let's go get us some pretty raw meat. And actually, I love how he's just over there. So we could sneak up on this bird right here. Probably will scare him. But here we go. We got raw bird drumstick. So now that that's out of the way, let us quickly grab all these, because he surely will be coming back here later. Around like 2 minutes, because reasons. And let us grab a Haro Bass, raw bird drumstick, and a spicy pepper. And that total should make spicy meat and seafood fry. There we go. And so now I think what we can also do is let's make some spicy seafood. This kind of acts like a little cooking tutorial as well. This a spicy pepper seafood. And now, I think we might have to wait for a bit before stuff starts to spawn, or until he comes back. Let's quickly actually go over here. Oh, fancy that, so we meet again. What are you doing? This tree here might make for some good firewood. However, getting a tree to fall exactly where you want is quite an art. The trick is to turn your hips so that they face where you want the tree to land. So, I see you found my axe. Want to help me give it a few swings? Perking up quite a sway here. But these bones could use a break. Alright, so let's grab our axe. No idea why I did that. So we get a Korok leaf there, which we realistically don't need, but we'll take it anyway. Because why not? So we get wood now, which is amazing. And I believe we already cleared that camp right there. So we will need to get a lot of this. So we're just gonna chop down some for now, while we're waiting for him to return over to his humble abode, because that is where we can get the warm doublet. Now, occasionally there are trees that will spawn 2 wood stacks, but that very far and few in between. So let us go talk to the old man. What is it? What are you doing? This body of mine isn't what it used to be. Recovering from a bout of hard work takes a while. If you're hungry, I have an empty pot. You can cook yourself a meal. Wait, is that? That looks just like my signature perfect dish. Spicy meat and seafood fry. But how did you? Well, I suppose it's not important. Can I trouble you to share the recipe? Ah, of course. Hyrule Bass. How could I have forgotten? Well done. Now please allow me to reward your culinary efforts with this warm doublet. And there we go. With that, you'll be able to resist the bitter cold environments. As for me, I know a great spicy meat and seafood fry recipe, so I can do without that warm doublet. So I believe he does not take it, which is nice. But we are going to put on the warm doublet, because actually it kind of does look like Link's old tunic. for some reason. So yeah, so let's... we might as well just grab this farmer's pitchfork. Actually, no, because we don't have the storage for it. That is genius! But yeah, so let's start heading up there. There you go. Thank you for being so cooperative. And actually, we cannot... Actually, hold on, wait. We can do this. I'll be right back. Alright, okay, so we are back. And we are going to try this again. So take 2. Kind of stand at a good angle. And 1, 2. Should work. Yes, we can. Alright, so let's actually grab this rushroom. I think that's the rushroom. Let's see. I think, yeah, we should be fine. This is a restroom, right? I believe it is. Yep, it's a restroom. So we'll use that to make an elixir, which will be useful. Alright, so now we get to check the stamina action. So yeah, so let's quickly continue to head up. Alright, so we have one more set of rocks to climb, and then we should be good. And now we are at the Owadane. Let's quickly grab away our cork leaf because we no longer need that. Grab the spear. And let's go. To you who sets foot in the shrine, I am Owadame. In the name of the gods Hylia, I offer this trial. Stasis. So this is gonna be pretty useful for a lot of things, actually, especially those that are moving parts. Because it will actually help us with like a couple different good stuff. Especially for trials later on that are gonna be heavily reliant on stasis. I know there's one challenge coming up, probably later on in the game, that will require you to actually use stasis to actually kind of chuck balls. As weird as that sounds, it's so true. Kind of did it at the wrong time. Ah, perfectly even. Kind of please anyone who has OCD. So especially for this. Aha, yes. Let's quickly go up. Don't die! Oh my god, that actually scared me. And we get the Traveler Shield. And so now, we can use the full Traveler set, which I've been kind of wanting to do for a while. So yeah, so let's put on the Traveler Shield. And you know what? We'll keep the warm doublet on. Just as a good reminder of what we did. I'm not sure what we actually did. We did something good. That's for sure. Alright, so for this, we're actually going to get rid of one of our spheres. Because we don't really need this. We will need the Iron Switch Ember. Especially for later. Because that will actually come so much in handy. And now here's a fun fact, alright? So you freeze this. 1, 2, 3, 4, what? 4, 5, and there we go. It just flies into the abyss. Because why not? Because physics, am I right? Haha, yes. Alright, just checking. Alright, and a 3, 2, 1, examine. Your resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks to the promise of a hero. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I bestow upon you the spirit orb. Spirit orb! I'm not gonna read that because I already said it. May the goddess smile upon you. And so luckily there are 4 different shrines that we can get, so we can at least either upgrade our heart or we're gonna upgrade our stamina wheel. I think I'm gonna upgrade our heart. Mostly due to the fact that, you know, we're gonna come across a lot of stuff that's gonna really impact us, and we want our body to be ready. So yes, if you understand that reference, then you win a cookie. You may be asking, oh, why a cookie? Because join the dark side, we have cookies. I mean, I have no other explanation for that. I mean, what are you expecting? Free gift card giveaway? Nah. Alright, so let's head all the way over here to Eastern Abbey. And actually, there is an EX chest here, which actually will prove useful in so many different ways, as you will see. I mean, well, yeah, it will prove useful. We'll just keep it at that, because, you know, you'll see. And actually, what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to actually equip my Traveler Spear, because we will need this for later. And as for later on this playthrough, yes, I will be using Amiibo to kind of help along with this playthrough, so... Because Amiibo will actually provide some really useful stuff. Especially for one of the locations that we have to go to. So now, I do know that there is a Guardian up ahead that we do need to be careful of. But you are easily able to dodge him. But you will not be able to really... He'll just notice you out of the way. I think it's this dude right here. So you do need to be careful. Oh no, it's this dude. Yes, and every time I hear this song, it always freaks me out. Okay, now he's alive forever. A G. Oh, there's another one. Ah! Oh wait, we need bombs. Run! Now we're at the Jabij, or whatever, however you want to say that. So let's quickly let's switch to stasis because I don't feel like trying to trigger the dude. Let's grab that and open it, and we will get the Nintendo Switch shirt. Expansion Pass bonus. A shirt with the Nintendo Switch logo on it. It's rather refined, so wear it with pride. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are literally a walking advertisement. Good job, Nintendo. I mean, weird flex, but okay. I'll respect that. Because we already have a traveler's sword. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get a third one, because why not? And I do believe this one will be for bomb. Actually, it is for bomb. This one's gonna be slightly useful. I know later on, when we do eventually upgrade, bombs will become super useful, actually. They'll especially be useful for way later on when we're doing Master Sword and all that, which that's gonna be like towards mid-game, I want to say. We are gonna get the Master Sword after 13, once we get 13 hearts, just to make things easier. To you who sets foot in the shrine, I am Jabaj. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. Ambient bomb. I will say that I do apologize for butchering these names. I cannot really do anything about that. These names are kind of a bit... I mean, I don't know what language they originate from, but I don't want to try and guess without sounding a bit racist. So I'm going to just refrain from that. And our next rune are the bombs. So yes, so we have... Oh, what's the last one we need? I think it's the ice one. I know that for... yeah, it's cryosis. So there's two kinds of bombs. We get the circular bomb, we get square bomb. Square bomb is useful because it'll just stay in place right after you throw it. Whereas with circular bomb, it'll just start rolling over. So it'll just start raffling. So we will call that the raffle bomb for the time period. Now if you didn't know, you can actually come here, crack this wall, get a chest, and you will receive a Traveler's Claymore, which we don't have, which what we are going to do now is we are going to take that one Traveler's Sword we found, drop that, and get it, and replace it with a Traveler's Claymore. Is that inefficient? Yes. Do I care? No. Now for this, we'll show you what the Raffle Bomb does. You throw it, and it raffles. Except it doesn't really laugh, it just rolls on the floor, so it's a Raffle Bomb. But for namesake, we will call it a Raffle Bomb. So yeah, so we got it up here, and now for our next part, we actually want to drop this, and there's a good reason for that. So now we are going to go over here and curse sploosh. And there we go. And yeah, so now we do have this part, which I will admit this part we can cheese fairly easily, but for namesake we are going to drop this in here. Can we pick it up? Drop. There we go. No, we don't need to do that because we can literally just do this. We won't take damage. So open this chest up and we will get an amber. And I do believe that ball right there is just showing how we can get over there. I don't think it really serves for any unique purpose besides from just cracking these balls, but then again, the bomb just pretty much does the same thing, so why does it matter? I don't know. Just go with it. Your resourcefulness in overcoming this trial speaks of the promise of a hero. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I bestow upon you the Spirit Orb. And we're just gonna skip this dialogue, because all of this dialogue is practically the same. So what I'm gonna do for the rest of this, because practically after Cryosis, that's pretty much just gonna be it for all the different dialogues, unless we get like certain specific ones that don't have to do with like mainly like trials and all that, because we will get shrines that will have to do with our our skills in sword and all that. So we will want to kind of want to read those, because I do believe those have different dialogue. Yeah, they do have different dialogue. I actually know that for a fact. Ah, yes, I forgot about you. So we're gonna try and run away from this dude because he is scary. And nope, you are a thing. Alright, so yeah. So now I think the last place on our map is I think we need to go to the Temple of Time. So what I'm going to do is Great Plateau Tower. Alright, we are back at the tower. And shut up. Let's see, so just kind of overlooking to see if we can see any within our general vicinity. We cannot. So let's see. See if we can easily see it from anywhere over here. I don't think so, because I know it's not within the deep woods. Oh, there it is. Okay, so let's think that is over by, okay, so it's over by where Oedame is. Now we could take Shrine and walk over here and go on this little mini bridge here, which I do believe there is actually a sword we could have gotten early on, but I don't know why I didn't get it. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go to Oedame. And so yeah, so because we're gonna be dealing with colder climates, we are going to be needing to put on a warm doublet. It's kind of nice you get the warm doublet early on, because otherwise this part of the beginning will be practically impossible, because you take a lot of damage, and if you don't know how to if you don't know how to make cold resistant food or elixir, then you're kind of out of luck. Now, yes, technically you can make elixirs early on. I don't believe there's really any set tutorial that they teach you on how to make elixirs. I think that you just kind of learn that from yourself by defeating monsters and all that. So, right. So next step is to come over here. Now we will get registered by that guy. So let's quickly take him out. Alright, so do we have any food? Yes, we do. So let's cook ourselves a steered steak. And we died! GG. So yeah, so that's kind of like a bad thing about early on, is that if you're too reckless, you will die. You will die a hard and miserable death. And as frustrating as that is, you kind of have to go with it, because you're going to die a lot. And this game is brutal. Even in non-hero mode, master mode, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, so let's try this again. Actually, let's grab that. Oh, crap! That is perfect! Spike Bogle Shield. Let's see, let's find a shield we don't want. Let's grab this. And there we go. I should say. Grab these. There we go. Anyone want fried bokoblin? Nice and fresh. So yeah, so this is it. So I think there is a chest down here. Actually, no, there isn't because we burned it, but there was a chest, I believe, right there. So, you know, that's nice. I don't think it really contained anything useful, as far as my knowledge goes. But because I'm so sadistic... There we go. That's so satisfying. I love when that happens. Yeah, there is a chest over here, so let's... Oh, there's two chests, actually. So let's see what we got from this Bakoban camp. First chest contains 5 arrows. Some 5 very salty arrows. The second chest contains another 5 saucy arrows. So that is nice. Thank Mr. Chest. Alright, so now that we got that over, now we're gonna head over to that shrine over there. So it's gonna be a kind of long mile, so I will kind of fast forward in time to when we get there. Still not gonna work how we want it, but you know what? That's okay. Looks like there's a chest up there. I'm assuming that's a Bakoban camp. Actually, no, it's just a standard lone chest. It's probably a buckle of arrows. Oh, it's amber! Alright. Is that a chest over there I see? No, that's just a tree that we cut down from earlier. Rest, Mr. Tree. Rest in peace, you will be missed. Or not really, because I'm a masochist, or whatever you want to call me. That's fine. So we do have quite a ways to go. Because it is a fairly long trek, so hopefully we can get there soon. So there's no Bakoban camps. Let's see. Let's get out. Actually, no. Let's get out our normal arrows. Because in case there's a chest there, I don't want to blow it up. And there we go. So let's grab our seared steak and grab our woodcutter's axe. Chop this open to get nothing. And here we are at the final shrine. So obviously, because this is a kind of, we're kind of in like a cold kind of area, we are going to be doing cryosis or cryonesis or however it's pronounced. I believe it's called cryosis. So you who sets foot in the shrine, I am Kendamu. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. Yes, we are on Cryonis, or Cryonis. However you want to pronounce it. I always thought it was pronounced Cryosis, but you know what? No, it's Cryonis. Because logic and reasoning. Haha, yes. If you're wondering why there's an amiibo thing there, that's because I actually activated that on my old files. So that's just... Yeah, let's just pretend that that isn't there, because we realistically shouldn't have access to that until... Realistically, in a normal file, you really shouldn't activate the amiibo rune until much later on in the game. Let's go into our... And there we go, we defeated the mini robotic spider dude. I don't know what their name is. I'm just gonna call him robotic spider dude, because why not? So now, to get the chest, I actually don't think it matters what side you do it on. I think all that matters is, you know, that you get up here. And that's practically it. Alright, so here we go. So can we? Okay, we cannot. So this is why. This is kind of like one of the more complex of the four, because it actually, you actually kind of need skill in order to know how to do this. Because I mean, like, who would know for the first times that there was a chest here? You know, unless you're like randomly traveling by. It's like, oh hey, there's a chest. Chances are you'd probably miss it. So yes, let's drop our traveler sword. Grab the traveler spear. And make way for the shrine lady now. And we get a spirit orb.
Ho!
With this, you have now acquired all of the spirit orbs from the shrines on this plateau. Oh ho, extraordinary! That means it's finally time. Link, it's finally time for me to tell you everything, but first... Imagine an X on your map with the 4 shrines at the endpoints. Find the spot where those lines intersect. I shall wait for you there. Do you understand? The 2 lines connecting the shrines would cross. There, I will be waiting. And so yeah, what he means is, I did not mean to do that, is the Temple of Time. So yes, we go here, we're going to place our marker there, and we are going to, you know what, let's go to Resurrection, and we'll just go from there. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we need to actually climb up, and before we actually do that, let's actually go to the spirit, let's go claim our spirit orbs. We're going to the ferry. You who have conquered the shrines and claimed their spirit orbs, I can offer you great power. It appears you have claimed 4 spirit orbs. In exchange for 4 spirit orbs, I will amplify your being. So tell me what it is that you desire. I'm going to actually get a heart container, because we need all the hearts we can get, and I want to kind of get to 5 hearts before we start building stamina. Because stamina, while yes it is important, we don't really need it for much early on. It's mainly for all late game stuff. Or not late game, but just like later on. The blessing of the goddess has made you that much more resilient, I see. Here I am. Get up here quickly. And say that's with genius and ingenuity, if that's how you pronounce the word. You can find this ladder and climb up. Now the best thing about ladders is that you actually regain your stamina, unlike, you know, holding onto rocks.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Go on. Here's the paraglider that, just as I promised. And we get the paraglider, an item that you receive from the king on the Great Plateau. Allows you to sail through the sky. Press X while you're in the air to use it. With that, you should be able to safely fly off cliffs in the surrounding area. And I think that's it. I've told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. Just like that, he's gone. Let's go grab the chest. We get the soldier's bow, which our inventory is full, sadly. Let's quickly take out a Deku bow, or not Deku bow, a Boka bow. And that's gonna be it. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching episode 1. I know this was fairly long. I kind of did get sidetracked a lot, but we are going to be I am going to be continuing with episodes like this for quite a while. Mainly for story reasons, but after a while, episodes should be around 30 minutes at most. I don't know, I'll have to make time. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in part 2. I'm gonna edit this. Probably I'll release part 2 either 2 days from now, or I'll probably release it next week just to give myself a bit of time just to, you know, relax. So yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.